Hello, good morning. This is Diecast Loon. I hope you're all doing well. And this is going to be one of two videos today. As we all know, it is Monday, so it will be Vintage Matchbox Mondays episode later on this afternoon. But this morning's video is going to be the challenge video that was put out by Paul Swalk. Swalk, I always get his name wrong. I apologise, Paul. The Diecast guy, and it is show your sports cars. Basically, the sports car challenge. So you know me, I've got to add in some vintage pieces. So I've got some vintage Matchbox, and I've got some Corgi and some modern Matchbox and some Mini GT. I've got a right mix up of sports cars, so it should be good. So anyway, we'll get straight in there with a Mini GT, and the first piece we're going to show is the classic, or at least it is to me, Toyota Supra. So let's get a bit of zoom on. So this is a Toyota Supra in black. Awesome car, awesome colour. And I don't show a lot of Mini GTs. I don't have the biggest collection of Mini GTs. I do have about 10 or 12 Mini GTs in my collection. Excuse me. But I do really like them. I need to get some more. But this is a cool piece. So obviously usual Mini GT quality to scale, and obviously lens lights and all that good stuff. So that's going to be the first piece that I show. So that is the Toyota Supra in black. So that's going to be the first piece. Just move that to one side. And the second piece is going to be the, I'm just going to read, I know what it is, I just want to read what year it is, just bear with me, is the 1972 Nissan Skyline. And this is obviously from the RLC, so we'll get a bit of extra zoom on this one. Beautiful looking car, beautiful colour, that Spectra Flame blue, you can see it there glistening in the reflection of this. Well, the sunlight's behind it at the minute, with these awesome 4-spoke wheels, 4-cross wheels, whatever you want to call them. But you can't leave one of these out. These are through and through, out and out sports car. Let's just see if I can pop the bonnet on it. There you go. So there's the engine. So that was a straight 6 underneath there. You can see the side draft carbs. Awesome piece. So just pop that back down. Click like that. So that is the 72 Nissan Skyline RLC. So that's piece number 2. We're going to get the zoom off now. There we go. The next piece is from Matchbox. And it is, again, just checking the date, it is a Corvette. So look, 21, it just says 21, is that the casting? Oh, it's the 2020 Corvette from Matchbox. Excuse me, allergies as usual. I think that says, does that say Z? So let's get some extra zoom on, I can't see it. Oh, it just says 20, no, it says 70, Z. 70, 7 for 70 years, awesome piece. And there's many variations of this. This is probably my favourite. This wasn't an expensive piece. I think I only paid, I can't remember what I paid for this now, £5 or £6. It wasn't expensive, but there's many variations of this, and in my opinion this is my favourite variation of this. Obviously from the this is their super fast, or their premium version. So there is the under bonnet, or excuse me, under engine detail. So that is a cool piece. So that is piece number 3. So that is the Corvette. Next piece, another Mini GT, and it is the BMW. I believe it is the BMW M4 with all its blueness. Obviously, it's got Liberty Walk on the side. Again, we'll get a bit of extra zoom on this one as well, because this is a very cool piece. Fantastic looking car. I believe these are a V6 nowadays rather than a straight 6. I think this is a twin turbo, so these are quick cars. But very nice. And this one sits in my excuse me, downstairs cabinet in my front room, as it is such a cool piece. You can see the bottoms there of the bumper. You've got the air into, so it's an air dam, I think it is. You've got the exhausts. Very nice piece. That's piece number 4. Piece number 5 is going to be, again, a vintage Matchbox, and it is the 83 Corvette. And there it is. Got to throw a Corvette, got to throw a classic one in there somewhere. And I just like this car. I don't know what it is about this car. I just like it. I've always liked this shape of Corvette. I know it wasn't the quickest, but it is cool styling. So there you go, 83 Vet on the side, and obviously it's got the usual Matchbox suspension. So that is a cool piece. So that's piece number 5. Staying with the Matchbox theme, this one's a newer Matchbox. Excuse me, I really am struggling today with coughing. Now this is, I think this is a mid-70s MGB, I believe. Let's have a little look. Yeah, MGB GT. There you go. What did I just say? Yeah, MGB GT. God, I can't say it. Tongue-tied. But this is a classic British. This is a classic British sports car. They weren't the fastest cars like that, but they were pretty quick for back in the day. So a little look what year it is. So there you go, 71 MGB GT Coupe. But quite nicely done from basic Matchbox. Got them pretty cool sort of spinner wheels that they do. And there's the back end all tampered in. My father actually has had quite a few of these over the years. Not them all, but he used to back in the days, had convertible versions. And if I believe if I'm right, these were a 1.8 litre twin carb, so they weren't too bad. They weren't, I said, they weren't the quickest, but they weren't too bad. But these are British sports cars. So that is the MGB GT. Then we're getting a classic Corgi next, and it is the Mercedes-Benz 300 SL. And it's not in too bad a condition because it is getting on a bit now. I'm not sure the year, probably early 80s, I should imagine. This particular piece does have the little opening gull-wing doors, so it's what I call a great survivor piece. There we go. So that is the Corgi Mercedes-Benz 300 SL, or as they were known back in the day, the Widowmaker, because these cars are from the 50s, if I believe right, late 50s, and these things were a bit of a thing to drive back in the day, so they used to call it, I think the nickname was the Widowmaker. We too got another few pieces to go yet. Next one, another Corgi, another vintage Corgi from the sort of early to mid 80s, I believe. Might be more like the late 80s, and it is the Porsche 911 SC Targa. There you go, in the Tony Kellogg's Frosties livery, or Tony the Tiger, but I just thought I'd show it. It was to hand. It is a cool piece. It's not too bad in the black, but not bad for a car from the back of the 80s. It's in lovely condition. I could have shown all, it's even got some suspension. I could have shown all premium cars, but you know me, I like to throw a few old ones in. So that is the Porsche 911. One more vintage piece, and then we got one more after that. So the next vintage piece from Matchbox is Ford Sierra XR4i in all its yellowness. Now these were quick cars when these came out back in the day. These had a 2.9 V6, if I believe that's right, I think. Is this the, so it says XR4x4 on this one. Just a little look. XR4i. So there was a difference between the XR4i and the XR4x4. Obviously the XR4x4 was a 4-wheel drive, but I think they had similar engines in, if I remember rightly. But these were quite a quick car. I don't think they were as quick as the Cosworth, but they weren't too bad. They were quite a quick car. So it says XR4x4, but this is the XR4i. So that is pretty cool. So that's the last vintage piece. And then the last piece to show, and it is in its box, so just bear me when I open it because this one isn't on display, It will be with us in 2 seconds. And it is a Honda S2000. And what an awesome piece this is. So let's get some extra zoom on. And there it is in the dark black with the gold multi-spoke wheels. Awesome, awesome piece. And I think this is supposed to be a slightly hotted up, souped up version. As you can see, it's got the carbon bonnet with the vents. But very nicely done. And there's the back. But little rubberized aerial. Very nicely made, nice and weighty. Bit of hair on it there. So anyway, that is my cars for the sports cars. Show your sports cars challenge. Go check out Paul's channel. Awesome guy. If you like Mini GT, he shows a lot of Mini GT, which is cool, and he also does a lot of cool challenge videos. So go and show Paul some love. Get subbed up to him if you ain't already. I know most of us are subbed up to him. But with that, please like, share, subscribe. Stay tuned for more challenge videos to come, and obviously stay tuned for Vintage Matchbox Monday's episode, which will be uploaded this afternoon. With that, I'll see you all very soon. Thank you for watching. Take care.